Hey y'all, Claire here, jewelry designer and gemologist at the Moon Tree Boutique. I got a package recently of some gemstones that I ordered from India. It's a small package that arrived, but a lot of gemstones in here, so I thought I would do a quick unboxing for you and talk about the stones. I bought them a long time ago, and then they were stuck in customs for a while, so honestly, I'm not 100% what's even in here. I did open the tape though, because with my unboxings, always like the first 5 minutes is me trying to get the box open. So I thought I would avoid that this time. So let's just dump this stuff out. So I'm gonna be super transparent about everything just for educational purposes. So I am buying these stones directly from a cutter in Jaipur. Then they go to a depot in Jamaica, New York, and then they come to me. It takes a long time, but I get a really good deal. This large tray of gemstones, there's many, many pieces here, maybe 100 pieces or more, was about $400. So some of them are very precious and some of them are very common. So we're just gonna take a quick look at them. And I wouldn't necessarily specifically recommend this cutter. The prices are really good, but you kind of get what you get, and sometimes things show up broken or a little bit different than you expected. But I'm really good at improvising. I don't have any like specific designs in mind for these. I'm just looking for a good deal. So I'm going to start with these guys. The other thing about buying directly from the cutter is that when things show up, they are like covered in machine oil or something. They're like greasy and they all need to be washed. So I bought a bag of chrysoprase. This is a natural gem chalcedony that I love. Natural green gem chalcedony. This material is probably Brazilian. It also comes from Australia. And I liked these because they have the matrix, the host rock that the gem formed in, still as part of the cabochon. And I really enjoy that sort of natural, organic look. So these are cabochons. Cabochons are flat on the back and domed on the front. I also bought a lot of rose cut stones, which also have a flat back, but are faceted on the front. I'll jump to these big boys. So this is heat treated carnelian. Carnelian is an orange agate, and they heat it to improve color and saturation. These are what I call rose cut. So they are faceted on the front and flat on the back. They're great for use if you're bezel setting, but still want a little bit of a fancier look. These guys are a little disappointing. This is blue common opal is what I ordered. They're a very pale, sort of grayish blue. They actually look pretty blue on camera. In real life, they are almost like a putty gray color. But you know what? Put it with a cool accent stone and that will be lovely. What else do we have? A favorite of mine. I bought a bunch of these peach moonstones. They have a nice agilurescence is the name of the phenomenon of moonstone. And that is the sort of sheen. These have kind of a white flash. There's different types of moonstone. It can naturally come in peach, gray, and white. Some have what's called a blue flash. These don't. These have just sort of a white iridescent sheen. Then I got a bunch of other moonstones. These are just plain white moonstone. Again, they have some natural inclusions. So here's a nice big one. Again, we have the checker cut or rose cut, meaning faceted on the top, flat on the bottom. That one's very nice. Strong phenomenon in that one. Then I got a bag of lapis cabochons, I guess. These are great for rings, nice size for rings. Natural lapis lazuli. This material probably mined in Afghanistan, but there are other sources. Sometimes lapis, lower quality lapis, will have little white dots. That's calcite. Here's an example of that. And sometimes it has gold dots. Those are pyrite inclusions. Those are not considered undesirable, but the calcite, when there's a lot of it, does lower the market value of the lapis. Then I have some bigger lapis cabochons also, again with the faceting. You can't go wrong with lapis. It's such a beautiful gemstone, so vibrantly colored. Lapis has been in use in jewelry since prehistory. Various uses in artwork and jewelry, and I believe it was even crushed up by the Egyptians and used as eyeshadow. Here are some nice large cabochons that are azurite, which is a copper-related mineral that also will co-form with things like chrysocolla. And there we go, as an example of that, azurite chrysocolla. Sometimes it has some red in it, which is called cuprite. This does not. This is just sort of the azurite chrysocolla. I like these because they look like you're in an airplane looking down at the ocean with little bodies of land in it. All right, boy howdy, we got a lot of stuff. There's 2 more bags of lapis. I don't remember buying so much lapis. I guess I should review the receipt. I'm a pretty good customer, so it's not impossible they just threw it in as a bonus, but I ordered this months ago, so maybe I bought a lot of lapis. One of my favorites. So this is a brown star sapphire. So people think of sapphire as being blue. It comes in a variety of colors, including brown, which is called emery. And this is a star sapphire, which is to say that it has a sheen to it that's caused by titanium inclusions in the corundum, which is the mineral name for sapphire. Got some more of those. Oh no, this is star ruby. So this is also a star corundum, though this has a reddish pink base color rather than brown. Looks like there's a variety of singles and some pairs. Another pair. They're a little big for earrings, so I may actually divide them up and do like pendants or something. And oh, here's more of the brown star sapphire. Sorry if I'm a little low energy, guys. I am exhausted and I have just a lot of work to do. All right, more brown star sapphire. Oh, look at the sheen on that. Again, so it's an inclusion of titanium that creates this phenomenon, totally natural phenomenon. And sapphire, as I said, comes in every color. The only time it has a different name besides sapphire is when it's red. Red corundum is called ruby, but mineralogically, they're brother and sister. So I got some labradorite, which is, people love labradorite. These have a nice strong flash. Labradorite is actually a feldspar. So your labradorite is in the feldspar family with moonstone. They are, I believe, one's an oligoclase feldspar and one's plagioclase. You know what? I shouldn't even talk about it without looking at the book because feldspar is a complicated family and I might have gotten that wrong. I didn't get much sleep last night. All right, these are beautiful. This is all aquamarine. It is a pale baby blue. These are all rose cut, very pale baby blue. I just love aquamarine. It's such a subtle stone. Some gems really just knock you over the head. But aquamarine, especially this color, it's just such a gentle stone. So aquamarine is a member of a family called beryl. There's other members in that family. Pink beryl is called morganite. Yellow beryl is called heliodor. And green beryl is called emerald. So I have an awful lot of these, so expect to be seeing some dope aquamarine rings coming at you. Also, I have 2 bags of assorted turquoise cabochons. So these are like the sort of Nepalese, Chinese turquoise. HUBEI, I don't actually know how you pronounce it, but they have a nice, a lot of brown and green inclusions. Sometimes they even have little orange inclusions, which I love. I'm trying to focus this bad boy. But I have a lot of these. Let's dump them out and see if there's any really good ones. So these were a good deal because they are not that well cut, and they still have the dop wax on the back, which is the wax they use to attach the stick when they're cutting them. And in order for me to use these, I have to go in and scrape all the dop wax off the bottom. But for me, the price is so good. And I keep if you've ever looked at my webpage, I keep my prices really, really low. And that is in part because I'm buying really affordable gemstones. I'm very rigorous about buying nice quality, untreated stones. As I said, I am a gemologist, and it's important to me to use natural gemstones. More turquoise. See, as you can see, this one's broken. When they're shipped, they're just shipped in this plastic box. Like, there's no outer box or anything. So I do have breakage, which is why I would not really recommend this seller. But for me, who's a pro, who's been doing this for decades, like, I'm looking for the deals, and then I'm looking to pass those deals on to my customers. I don't need things to be just so. I am very used to improvising. Oh, there's a little rainbow on my face. This is my favorite thing I bought. This is very hard for me to find these days. This is a chatoyant tanzanite. Tanzanite is in the zoisite family, but it is the only sort of gemmy, important member of that family. And this is chatoyant. It has a cat's eye. In this particular stone, that is a result of air pockets in the crevices in the stone, that basically when the light is coming in, there's a change of density inside of the stone where the air is, and it basically like interrupts the light and bounces it around in an interesting way. And the last thing I have here in this little bag, it looks more, oh, these are nice. Oh, these are so cool. All right. So I have some neat ruby in matrix pairs. So this is the ruby. They basically like kept a lot of the black gemstone that the ruby formed in, or not gemstone, like host rock. Again, this is sort of got a lot of that black in there. It's got the star sheen from the titanium inclusions, but I like how they left a little bit of that matrix. Gosh, these are all so greasy. So anyway, as always, sorry about the issues with the focus on the camera. I'm not a whiz at tech or photography or any of that, but I have a lot of gemstones to play with. So you'll be seeing me making a lot of jewelry out of these wonderful gemstones. And I will probably price some and put some out to sell. I have a gem show in Knoxville, Tennessee in a couple weeks, so hopefully I will have some of these priced and available for sale. Then I'll keep some for myself to use, but I hope that was interesting. Just a little off the cuff talking about gemstones and my process for ordering some of these. I buy a lot of gems too from my colleagues at Gem and Mineral shows. If they make me a good deal and have good quality stuff, I try and support them. But thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in natural gemstones, please check out my Etsy shop. That is moontreeboutique.etsy.com. Thanks, y'all.